So last event we have stacked teams. Now this event we are back to normal teams, but really with some hype ones. I think it's the theme of the event this time. Hype teams rather than stacked teams. Yeah. This is Duechayapol and welcome back to Behind the Dome, the show that has a really consistent schedule out of any on YouTube. You want to know the source? Trust me. Yeah, it's not the truth. Anyway though, so we have a lot to go over for this episode. We got a player profile, we got a team for next week, and we got an analysis of the last event. Yes, that's three things for you today. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the show, I would say. Starting off with the teams that will be playing in MCC 31 next Saturday. Just a quick note, we're gonna cover the 9 teams that are confirmed for now. Here are the 9 teams who will be competing in MC Championship 31. Orange Oscillors with Fire Breathman, Karakovius, CPK, and a new competitor, Mythical Sausage. The second to last Empire's man to be in MCC is here, and with that comes 3 of the prominent faces in MC Championship. But would that be enough for him and his team to win?
How long we got? 53 seconds in the dream.
I've completed Han! I'm so good! Oh!
Yes! Yes!
Yellow Yaks with Captain Sparkles, Footberries, Good Time with Scar, and Scott S. Major. Captain is finally here with a Hermit in MCC. With team games and survival games being their strengths, what would they have in store for us?
There's some real angry dongers. Oh, it's hole in the wall, except thank goodness I don't have to eat every 2 seconds.
Lime Llamas with Sapnap, Hannah Sexros, Jack Manifold, and Michael McShill. A second chance for Sapnap and Hannah, and with that comes the Manifold man himself and Michael McShill. But with the curse roaming around for Jack, will he finally break that curse?
We're going to stay over here.
I'm gonna save a Sapnap just in case he needs to be
Pros
defused.
2.
Nice.
Do you want to push
3.
up,
Kill them, kill
Captains?
them, kill them.
Yep.
Okay, Puppy, follow me.
Let's go. Yeah.
Oh, they're behind us,
Pros
Sapnap.
Sylvia.
Over this bridge.
Push it in.
There's a team behind it. Oh, we gotta get out.
We can just Puppy follow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ace.
Oh my god.
Green Cackles with Purple, Sniffrish, Velvet Cake, and a new competitor, Wallibear. Wallibear is here in the event and is joined by his Bed Wars duo friend of Purple. With improvements and strategic mindset, would they overcome the expectations to be the top of the pack?
Sit down!
David's above? I'm coming above, I'm going up.
Shopping creeper.
Go.
I can heal us.
Let's go!
Cyan Coyotes with PeteZahHutt, Vilsa, Bekemon, and AMC. 2 duos clash together with AMC and Bekemon as well as the PeteZahHutt duo. But with this unique chemistry, how would they perform in this event? Aquax Lotus with Anphenom, Firebob, Kretzy, and Raga Rocky. After days of grinding ace race, Anphenom is back, and with him, 2 of the most competitive players in the event. But will the practice pay off?
Let's fucking go! Wow! That's what I'm fucking talking about! Let's go!
Blue Bass with Cuffman135, Hbomb94, Krinios, and Eret. A team-centric team indeed, but with that being their strength, how would they perform in other games?
Crazy couple again.
I'm nuts! I'm
You're
insane!
with it. Yellow.
Gotta go over here, it looks like.
Yeah.
Let's go!
Oh my god.
GG, eh?
Yeah, seriously.
Purple Pandas with Elena EXE, Critic Zeus, Puns, and Sneak Snag. Elena and Zeus are back in the canon event series, with Puns looking for redemption. And with the Purple Gun coming back as well, would this be the event they win?
Big up and fast.
Oh, let's go! Big up and fast! Oh no! Big up and fast! Oh, no way! Let's go!
Pink Parrots with Bad Boy Halo, Skeppy, Wikumiho, and Illumina. Skep Halo is back and it's Gumi, the last team. But would they maintain the chemistry from their collabs together into this event?
Cyan is still doing their thing. Blue just made it to win the second.
There's no blaze powder. We can't even brew.
Did he touch the end crystal?
Wait, what?
They're not even in the center.
Oh yeah, they did.
What?
Wait, what?
They were in the center. Huh? Stefan, you killed a man.
Why did he punch it? Does he play Minecraft?
These are currently the 9 teams that will be competing in MCC 31. Those are currently the 9 teams that will be competing in MCC 31. Red Rabbits are gonna be changed, that's why I'm not including them in this team introduction, but check out the live show for the updates for that. Other than that, here's me sending off to the next segment, like before this recording. And with that out of the way, here comes the analysis of the game that is now considered as hated by some people. And yeah, last event, this game got a fan favorite remix from the Scuff event that quickly spiraled down into, well, one of the most hated ones yet. This is MCC 30's Hole in the Wall remix.
So shoot the parkour tactic chip right there.
Okay. Does he count as an extra point, or is he just a single point?
He counts as like 4.
Oh!
Yeah.
Busted, yeah.
Here we go.
Let's go!
So, Hole in the Wall was played as the final game of MCC 30. And with a remix, surely that will go well, right? The answer to that question varies a lot depending on each player and viewer. And it requires some analysis and how each player treats the game, the remix, and their current standings prior to the game. First of all, let's talk about the remix. Now, this remix is called Hungry Hungry Hole in the Wall, with the remix taken from MCC Scuffed, where you have to eat to survive. The iteration in Scuffed really is a good one, but when brought back to the actual canon event, it was changed quite a bit, with 2 key changes. No coins awarded for eating carrots, and you are given a limited amount of steak. And with the map being the hardest hole in the wall map of Medieval, it doesn't help that some players really despise this remix so much. So why? Well, let's go back to the Scuffed version a bit. The key here that makes that change in Scuffed entertaining is that you are given a coin every time you eat any fruit or vegetable food item. This gives a satisfaction feeling to everyone in the game, and balances out between eating your food and avoiding walls coming towards you. In the MCC 30 version, you don't get this feeling, and that this mechanic is treated as an annoyance to everyone, with both the event being already competitive and that this is the final deal breaker game of the event. And speaking about competitive, the remix does not benefit from fun at all. As with the standings situation before the game, Yellow Yaks and Red Rabbits were in the top 2 prior to Hole in the Wall. And when the game is chosen, they really hated it.
Wait, land chickies.
Yeah, it's gonna be.
Yeah. Alright, well, just do your best, alright?
We got some like, this is an ass finale game, I'm not gonna lie. This is like
Yeah,
a terrible
hold on.
finale game.
Wait, hold on. There you go.
Other teams have also expressed this, but the most impactful reactions after all are from these 2 teams. And this leads to the first problem, even before the remix. The game itself. An argument that could be made to why people hate this remix so much is the fact that this game is already terrible, according to some players. Buggy and glitchy walls, sometimes you jump, but the wall then pushes you anyway, etc, etc. These factors are already causing them to hate the game if you do not include the remix. But with the remix added to it, yeah, it makes it 100 times worse, as the remix is really an annoyance to everyone competing. The second problem is that the positioning that they have in the standings. As I mentioned, yellow and red are in the top 2, and their best game to stay on top is Parkour Tag, their most comfortable game out of any. Getting hold of the wall for them is a death sentence for some. Some players are not good at reaction timing or enduring walls after walls, with obstacles thrown at them by the eating mechanic. And combined with those factors mentioned above before, yeah, it really settles the remix to be a bad one for them. And with this remix, red fell out from the top 2, and purple was in their place, thanks to the team's top placements and a win from them. MC Championship is all about adaptability, not just constantly studying and practicing before the event. What we learned from Scuffed is that if people weren't to expect things, it can be fun for people who are adaptable to anything that they face. And with this remix, it really shows that some teams are not quite there yet when accepting and adapt of what would come as their hurdle to win the event. Hopefully, the next remix does not make more fuss than this. Please, I swear. And that's the beginning of the remixes for this season. So hopefully players can adapt to what's to come in following events, as MCC is solid now. So here comes the moment you are waiting for. A couple weeks ago, you decided that this person should be featured in the next player profile of the show. And this person has said that nobody will make a player spotlight video about her in MCC. Until now, here's GeminiTay.
Run, bank, 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 bank. Oh my gosh, I do not know if I'm gonna make this.
You've got it.
You make it.
Just run, you've got it.
You make it.
No, the skeleton boost. The skeleton boost. Yes! Oh my god!
When you think about any hermits in the event, you would think of people like False, Grian, Scar, Impulse recently. But one of them is probably one of the underrated ones in the group who participated in MC Championship. And that this person is actually good in games and some skills, earning the nickname of Gemini Slay. This is GeminiTay. Gem's background before the event and during the event is similar to ones who are in the event in the first place, being involved in SMPs such as Empires and Hermitcraft, the two key SMPs that are often shown in the MCC space. She is a builder with all other skills in her disposal, from PvP and other necessary skills to excel in the event. She has a lovely dog called Vinny, and she lives in Newfoundland, Canada, relatively close to the event server's location, which is why she really dislikes Hole in the Wall with a passion. She started her time in MCC in MCC 17 with two of her server mates, Jimmy and Fib, as well as Quick, and they somehow are in shorts. Yeah, I think she persuaded them to do it. Oh yeah. Her last event was pretty rough in some games, but one of her plays that eventually is her signature when people think about her is her last second sense of time finish in her first event.
Oh no! Where's the exit?
No,
Behind you, left, up.
Please!
I did it!
Thank God.
Oh my god, that was horrible!
Oh my gosh.
I should not have went for that
That's
key.
why markers are so important.
She came a respectable 24th in her first event. She then came back for MCC 18 with the Green Grians. It was not her event by all means, but it is when she touched the top 10 for the first time, in to get to her side.
I can fly, I got 9.
Hey, 11!
I got 14.
I can do the flying ones.
And 2 kills in 12 games compared to last time. Yeah, that's an improvement at the very least. MCC 19 saw some of her improvements, from her good Build Mart to some spare kills in Sky Battle. And then came MCC 20 with two of the most competitive people in the event, Firebomb and Anfrost, as well as H-Bomb himself. And they smashed the competition, from her contribution in team games to a solid to get to the side game for her, after the 3 events being not in her favor, despite the top 10 mentioned earlier. And the team won it, with strats and skills across the team.
No.
Get it, you got it.
She got it.
Oh god, that's so stressful. Oh god, I was so greedy. Oh god, I was so greedy. I'm so sorry.
You're so greedy.
I'm a greedy little boy. I'm sorry.
And with that, she quit. Well, I lied. She was bench for an event and then returned in MCC 22. This event has her being the top of the team in Meltdown, with well an elim from her, as well as improving in parkour tag in terms of her runs. She also improved in to get to the side like the last event, and surprisingly she's good at holding the wall. Really? Even though she hated the game? Really though? This proves that she has some improvements in her movement skills as the event goes on. But then MCC 24 happened. This was the event where she was pushed to her limits in terms of new chemistry. It was not her event at all in terms of that. Despite her improved rocket sweep rush time, and in sense of time, she really does not fancy the team at all.
What even just happened, chat? I'm gonna need like a long while to process that. I think we have anti-comms. It's so interesting. I've never been on a team like that. Oh gosh. I feel like my run was solid. I just needed more rusty keys and I should not have been sent back in there. That was a giant waste of time and I knew it. Because there was no sand in there. I had just taken all of the sand out. I shouldn't have gone back in for a vault. I should have gone deep into another path to get more sand. And I know that, but for some reason, I don't listen to me.
This event made Gem take a break from the tournament, due to how it went down in MCC 24. But then, she came back for MCC 28, 3 canon events after. And she really did well in games, from one of her top ace race runs to well, this thing I showed you earlier.
We gotta go.
Okay. No.
Okay,
It's
we're
okay,
good.
it's okay.
Should we just bank? Should we just bank?
Run, bank, bank,
Let's go.
bank, bank,
Okay,
bank.
bank and bank.
Oh my
bank.
gosh, I do not know if I'm gonna make this.
You've got it.
You make it.
Just run. You've got it.
You make it.
No, the skeleton boost.
No,
The skeleton boost.
Yes!
I was also really stressed watching this as well, which really though this proves that she can be a solid sense of time runner herself. Other than that, she participated in 2 other non-canon events, MCC Pride 22 with a very good Build Mart in their hands and them working like clockwork, and MCC Scuff with yet another good to get to the side from her, to something Sky Blocko, yes.
Oh, he's coming in.
I did nothing. I just stood there.
Guys, I think we got to first from that.
Gem can be underrated by some people in the event space, but when you take a closer look at her, she has desire to improve in skills necessary in the event. Her PP training in Hermitcraft contributed to her growth in PvP, as shown in Scuffed, and that she always tried to improve on her movement games dominantly in to get to the side. And team games wise, Sense of Time and Build Mart really are her jam. In given time, she can be as skillful as the likes of Joe Smartish Beans or even Grian, and enough time she can reach the top 10 out of 4 in an event. Gem really is great after all. This is the story of GeminiTay. She do be Gemini slay indeed. Yeah, really. Alrighty, that's it for Behind the Dome. We'll be back next week with a live analysis and everything that you need to know for MCC 31 next week, Friday at 8 PM BST. Other than that, team intros and player intros, so that's around 14, minimum of 14 videos, starts next Monday, and it's gonna be a lot of videos and a jam-packed one. Other than that though, thank you so much for watching, and keep on watching Duechayapol. Time for me to study, it's exam day, and grind those videos out. At least 14, by the way. I'll see you guys soon. Bye bye.